Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about a subject where I'm kind of informing you guys of what's going on and trying to raise awareness because, as you probably already read from the title since you're watching this video, animal cruelty is my today's topic, and I just have 4 subtopics for which I wish to talk about in a tiny bit more detail. So the first one is animal experimentation, the second one factory farming, the third the fur trade, and the fourth entertainment animals. Oh, also there's a fifth, which is hunting and harvesting. So basically, for animal experimentation, there's 2 sides to it, medical and cosmetic. First of all, it's a waste because medical research on animals accounts for only 3% of medical advances in this century. 3% for all the thousands of medical advances that we've done, that's a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction. So it's a complete waste and it's cruel. Also, second note to that is that at least 5 billion of US tax dollars are poured into animal experiments every year. So those are taxes you guys pay, and those are being taken in and used on animals. Then on to cosmetic. Over 70 million animals a year are tortured and killed in US laboratories for cosmetic research. And the second part to that is rabbits are routinely blinded by having various products forced into their eyes by many companies today. And this is called the Draize test. And the Draize test does not guarantee human safety, though, but it protects the companies from potential lawsuits by their customers. So these companies are making cheap, harmful cosmetics that they test on animals just so they can save their asses in case we sue them. It is complete waste of that whole thing. Like they shouldn't even be working. Anyway, second topic is factory farming. The first part is meat. Over 10 billion animals are slaughtered for human consumption annually. 10 billion, that's more humans than there are alive in this world. And of those 10 billion, at least 6 billion are derived from broiler chickens, which are killed after 9 short weeks of life. 9 weeks of life, and then they get killed for us. And then third, laying hens are usually kept 5 or 6 to a 14-inch square cage, and as many as 20% die of stress or disease from these living conditions. That's so horrible. And to the second part, dairy, at least half of the 10 million cows kept for milk in the United States live on factory farms in conditions that cause tremendous suffering to the animals. Also, cows from the 1990s and nowadays only have a life expectancy of 4 to 5 years if kept in captivity. That is a huge difference because their normal life expectancy is 20 to 25 years when they're kept accordingly. And on top of that, to keep the animals at high level of productivity, dairy farmers keep them pregnant constantly through the use of artificial insemination, just so they produce milk. That is horrible. Like, they keep making them pregnant so that they produce more milk, which in return produces more babies, and it's just out of hand. Then third, the fur trade. First of all, there's trapping, and second of all, there's farming. First, for trapping. Approximately 3.5 million fur-bearing animals, raccoons, coyotes, bobcats, lynxes, opossums, nutria beavers, muskrats, otters, bunnies, and others are killed each year by trappers in the United States. Second, despite the fur industry's attempts to downplay the role of trapping in the fur industry, it is estimated that more than half of all fur garments come from trapped animals. And then second, farming. 2.7 million animals are harvested on fur farms. This is just horrible. Like, their meat doesn't even get used. They just kill those animals for the fur when you could even eat them technically. And I'm not saying that that's what we should do. I'm just saying if you are going to do it and are not going to stop because it's not illegal, then at least use the meat for something and kill the animal in a more humane fashion than what you do now. Then the fourth part is entertainment animals. Now I'm sure you guys have all been to the circus and you see those elephants and tigers, and I don't even know what kind of animals they have at circuses actually, because I've only been to one where they have horses. But all those exotic animals, well, since 1990, captive elephants have killed over 43 people, and the degree of suffering and cruelty of training techniques is clear when naturally peaceful elephants attack humans. Elephants aren't meant to kill humans, but because they're being so tortured in these circus just so they can sit down on a chair for you guys, they're starting to kill us back. They're getting revenge. They're smart. Then second, there's bullfights. More than 40,000 bulls are killed every year in bloody bullfights around the world. For entertainment, the animals are tortured over the course of an hour, speared in their backs before finally dying from blood loss or exhaustion. I mean, you wouldn't like this happening to you, so why are you watching and cheering on as this happens to the bulls? Like, it's not fair. And then also in marine parks, which is the third part to this fourth part, killer whales, orcas, and dolphins live only 25% of their natural life expectancy when captive. Normally they swim dozens of miles in the wild, and since they're captured, they suffer stress-induced diseases and ailments when kept in small pools and forced to perform tricks all day. Because that's not what they do in the wild. In the wild, they don't have anyone going to them and being like, oh, hey, here's a fish. Come on, touch the ball and balance it on your nose or whatever you do. It's not fair to those poor animals. Then fourth, there's dog races. So up to 50,000 greyhounds are killed a year or sent to experimentation when they are no longer profitable for the entertainment industry. 50,000 greyhounds, those are dogs. They just get killed every year just because, oh, he's not the fastest runner anymore. Screw him. Let's shoot him. That's just horrible, you know? Our last point is hunting and harvesting. So, land. On federal land alone, more than 500 million acres, more than 200 million animals are killed every year. And hunting is permitted in 60% of the U.S. wildlife preserves and in many national forests and state parks. 45% of hunters do their killing on public land. Like, that's just, you know, some of these people are just hunting for fun because they're like, oh, let's go hunting, whoop, and then they shoot a deer and then they're like, oh my god, this is so much meat, what do I do with it? And then they're just like, I don't do anything with it. Those are the rare few. I understand that there's hunters out there that do it so other people can eat, but I'm just saying there's no need to go hunting and killing animals just so you can have fun. I mean, some of these animals are dying out or close to dying out or are going to die out soon in the future or be in danger of it if we don't do something about all of this now. Then second is exotic animals. So every year, thousands of animals like elephants, tigers, rhinos, and other endangered species are killed by poachers to sell them on the black markets. Additionally, canned hunts by exotic animals from a variety of sources, including zoos, to allow rich hunters the thrill of killing them. That just adds on to the first point I had about hunters needing the thrill to kill animals. It's horrible. Just because you're rich and have money doesn't mean you're going to have to buy a tiger or something just so you can kill him. I mean, invest your money in saving the animals rather than making them go extinct. And then the third is fishing. Overharvesting of the oceans and seas has led to threatened populations of many fish and marine mammals. More than 500,000 seals are killed every year because of competition with humans for remaining fish. Other marine predators are devastating the balances of new fish populations because previous prey is disappearing. Like, we are messing up the ecosystems by being greedy people. Yes, I eat fish. Yes, I eat meat. But when I do, I tend to look out that it's organic. Not saying that organic is always good. I know that organic can also be bad. But what I'm saying is, with organic, at least you have a chance of doing something better for the world, because these animals aren't tortured all their lives. Like, the cows can swim all they want. The fish don't get mass fished, and seals and dolphins get killed over the fish. Like, by buying organic food, you are supporting a change in this world. It might not be big, but it only takes one person to make a change, because friends will follow, other people in the store will see the organic food, and it might be more pricey, but it's the price we've got to pay for what we have done to those animals. Just a thought. And next week, I will be talking about whether or not vegans are really vegan by being vegan. And it's actually a really interesting topic. And if you enjoyed this, you will definitely enjoy the vegan one. And even if you didn't enjoy it, you'll enjoy it anyway. Bye, guys.